Hello again everyone, this is Santotaku with Team by the Trigger, bringing you another deck profile. This past weekend was the release of BTO 7, Rampage of the Beast King, or whatever it's called, and we at Team by the Trigger collectively bought 11 boxes, so we were able to create a full-out Scarlet Witch deck. We were able to make a Great Nature deck. We have a couple of Shima Shields, so we have an Angel Feather deck. We have brand new Pale Moon deck, actually 2 Pale Moon decks. So it's pretty awesome. So today I'm just going to be giving you my Scarlet Witch Lulu deck. These are the cards I have on me right now, or my Scarlet Witch CoCo deck. So I hope you enjoy. I don't know if the rest of you think Pink players. I mean, Tsukiyomi is great, but CoCo, just a great strategy, great way to gain sudden card advantage. You know, you're getting a plus 3 all in one turn, which is awesome, which is what's so great about this strategy. It's a lot less cerebral than Tsukiyomi, but it's still really fun. So let's start off. We got Little Witch Lulu. This is the card that makes it all happen. Unlike most grade 0 starters, she doesn't move back right away. She actually moves to a rearguard column after you ride to grade 3. And once she does that, you Soul Blast 2 cards, and you draw a card. So she's like a luck bird that you're going to get every single game, and that is amazing. So why is it amazing? Well, let's go into it. At the grade 3s, we have 4 copies of Scarlet Witch CoCo. This is a card from BTO 2. When you ride her, or rather, when you ride her, if you have no cards or 1 card in the soul, you can counterblast 2 to draw a card, and then if you have no cards in soul when she attacks, she has a power plus 3k. So basically, you play Lulu, you do your ride thing, you get to grade 3. Lulu comes, CoCo rides over Lulu. You move Lulu to the back row. You Soul Blast 2, you draw a card, you Counterblast 2, you draw another 2 cards. So 3 cards in one turn, plus this moves to the back row. So that's a 4-card advantage right away. And then at 13k, it makes a really easy 20k column. So this is really nice. And then throughout the game, you know, since you can have 1 card in the soul, if you get a second CoCo, you can ride again and Counterblast 2 again, and another 2 free cards. So that's pretty awesome. That's sort of the driving force of this deck. It's just raw draw horde advantage. So that's essential, obviously. 3 Battle Sister Souffle, a very okay card. It's a 10k. When it's boosted, it goes up to a 12k. So with the Gemini, it's a 20. With a Psychic Bird, it's 16. So I mean, you can hit any magic number you need to with her, so it's essential. I tried running 1 Sky Witch Nana. Came out with this set. As a Vanguard, she's a 13k with no soul, and as a Rearguard, she's an 11k with no soul. I was thinking that this was a better option as Vanguard than Souffle, but realistically, you're better off having these, because let's say you ride into CoCo, then you ride into CoCo again, and you have no way to empty out your soul. You can then ride and do Souffle at the Vanguard with an 8k behind it and have a 20k column still. Whereas at that point with Nana, you ride there and it's just a 10k, you put in the Rearguard, it's just a 10k. So this is only good in like an oh shit situation where you don't have a CoCo, and you know what, you might as well just have the Souffle. Souffle is a better overall card. So 3 of those. And there's really not any other options right now in the US meta. So moving on to grade 2. Generic 10k beater with Oracle Guardian Wise Man. No, strong card. Good with any booster behind it, so can't go wrong. 4 Battle Sister Mocha. With 4 cards in hand, she's an 11k. You should not have any problem pulling off her effect. There's another card, Battle Sister Glace, that is also an 11k when you have no cards in soul. Mocha is clearly the better option because even though this is a soulless beatdown, you will probably have soul a little bit into the game when you cross-ride CoCo into CoCo. So this is safer, and you're not going to have any problem pulling off the effect. And if you do, there's plenty of boosters that can still get it to the 15 or 16k mark. 3 Silent Toms. I thought about doing 4, but I think 3 is enough because I want 15 boosters. So Silent Tom is essential in pretty much every Oracle Tank deck, so gotta have it. And speaking of the essentials for Gemini, gets Souffle up to 20k, gets Tom up to 16k. So you gotta have 4 of these. You can never cut these down. Just too important. For Battle Sister Chocolates, just like Gemini, it's essential, needed at 4. Can't really run 3. I mean, I guess maybe in this deck you can run 3 because you have so much draw power, but I'd rather stick with 4. Two copies of Emerald Witch Lala. So I'm sort of iffy on this card. Basically, what she does, when you have her and you call her into play and you have no soul, you can discard a card to draw a card. So it's only good for a turn. But most importantly, she's 7k. See, 7k. And at 7k, she can get Tom to 15. She can get CoCo to 20. And I mean, you can play her, discard an extra CoCo in hand to draw a new card to get another plus on that turn. So you can cycle out some cards. I mean, is it as good as Petal Fairy? Maybe not. But in terms of just hitting the numbers and making it so that you can have boosters that can go anywhere, I think she's a great card. So I'm using 2 of her. I was using 4 for a little while, and it just seemed like too many. 2 is probably going to be a good number. Battle Sister Omelet. She's a 7k. If you have no soul, when she's attacking, she's a 10k. Now, so she's not like Milk, where if you have 4 cards in hand, she's a 10k and she can boost her 10k. This is an attacking unit. So you may ask, why am I running this card? This is what I call a pivot. You're going to put it in the back row. So you're going to put it behind a Silent Tom, and it's going to boost to 15k, and then inevitably your opponent is going to attack your Tom, and if you don't have anything to guard Tom with, or you don't have, you have to let Tom die, you can move her forward and put anything behind her, and she's still going to be a 15k column, and that's awesome. Most importantly, she's a 7k. She's a 7k booster. You could technically, I guess, do 3 Lalas and 2 of these, but I really like having these in the deck to give you options. So this is really, I think this is really important to the build overall. And this is out of the green tournament pack. So look out for these. I think these are actually really important to the deck. 2 One Who Gazes at Truth. This is another pivot. I just put these in there. I'm actually going to have to give these a bit of testing. But when this guy attacks, you can Soul Blast 1 to make him 9k for a turn. So this will allow you to use CoCo more than twice a game, or allow you to empty the soul out so CoCo can keep her power bonus. He's only 9k for a turn, and then you're going to move him back to be a booster again. What's cool is that these cards have quite a bit of synergy. So let's say your soul is empty and you have Omelet boosted by One Who Gazes at Truth is a 16k column, so that's a 10k shield out of most opponents. Then next turn you ride into CoCo, you counterblast 2, and you draw 2 cards, and oh no, this column's gotten weaker, it's only going to be 13k. So you pivot them. Now this attacks with a boost, and you Soul Blast, 9k plus 7k, 16k still. And then next turn your soul is empty again, you can swap them back. So these 2 cards, I mean, it's more of an oh crap situation if you have to create a grade 1 column, but I think it's still worth running both these cards. One Who Gazes at Truth will empty out your soul, and this will work with an empty soul. These 2 cards are great. That's all I got to say about that. I'll let you know how testing goes afterwards, but I think that both of these are going to be pretty big. Sorry about that. And we're just going to go down to the triggers here real quick. 4 Psychic Birds, which unfortunately you're not really going to use as its effect anymore. 4 Oracle Guardian Nikes, more crit, more power. 4 Emergency Alarmer. Now, I really like Emergency Alarmer. I like stand triggers in this deck. You can stand your Mochas. It's going to be a 16k column. You can stand your Silent Tom. It'll only be a 13k column with the power bonus, but it'll force them to get rid of a 1 or a 2 or whatever else is actually useful in their hand. So that's really nice. And I don't think draws are really necessary in this deck. I might play around with draws a little bit, but the stands I think are good here. And finally, 4 Lozenge Maguses, because my Sphere Maguses are still in my Tsukiyomi deck. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please feel free to like, favorite, and subscribe as you see fit. There'll also be a link in the description below to our blog, which I encourage you to check